Hello, this is Daniel Mart, and today I'm going to be doing a review. This one's going to be for Red Band Society Season 1, Episode 1, Pilot, or just the series, because I do know Red Band Society got canceled after Season 1. So yeah, why am I reviewing this so late? One, because the first season is about to end, so yeah, and two, because one of my friends has been begging me for safer words, if you know what I mean. He's been basically begging me to watch the show, saying it's a fantastic show, and I'm not gonna deny, I did think Off the Trailers was a pretty good show, but for some reason I just didn't. Not that I didn't want to watch it. I think it's just I didn't have time, or when it first came out, because when it first came out, I was watching Grace Point, Z Nation, Scorpion, Gotham, Arrow, Flash, Walking Dead, and a bunch. True Detective, I think. No, not True Detective, a bunch of shows. Um, so yeah, I think that's why I didn't watch it when it originally came out. But I'm gonna give it a chance. And yeah, Red Band Society, episode one, season one, or whatever. And yeah, the pilot episode. So yeah, this is actually a remake of another TV show, of a Catalan drama series called Bolseres Vermelles. Uh, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's so yeah. I don't. I'm pretty sure that's like French or something, or maybe Spanish. Bolseres Vermelles. I don't know. So yeah, and this TV show. Yeah, and this TV show stars Octavia Spencer, Dave Annabelle, Sierra Bravo, which she's from Big Time Rush. So yeah, that's all I know. There's a few people I actually know from this list. Griffin Gluck, Zoe Levine, Rebecca Ridenhouse, Charlie Rowe, Nolan Sotillo, Astro, which he was in Earth to Echo, and he was actually on X Factor season 2, I believe. So yeah, I'm pretty sure it's season 2, maybe season 1. No, season 1. Sorry. Yeah, and then you also have Wilson Cruz, Darren Kagsoff, Thomas Ian Nicholson, Susan Parks, Adrian Lester, Griffin Dune, Catalane Sadino Moreno, Andrea Parker, Trisha O'Kelly, Nicholas Bachetel, Mandy Moore, and Bella Thorne, which she's been on some stuff. She was in Shake It Up, I believe. So yeah, whatever. Pilot episode. What did I think of it? As usual, quick. Before I begin, though, 10-second spoiler warning. As usual, for those that have yet to actually watch the episode and haven't already, stop the video, go check it out, and then come back and watch the rest of this review. 10-second spoiler warning. As usual, starting now. Okay, so 10 seconds are up. So for those who have yet to actually watch the first episode, the pilot episode, and haven't already, please don't comment down below or be messaging me. That never give you a fair warning, because as usual, I did. Okay, so yeah, the pilot episode, it basically starts with this girl called they're all teenagers. So yeah, it starts with this girl called Kara, and she's a cheerleader, and she basically collapsed, and it's due to the fact that she has an oversized or enlarged heart, as they say. So yeah, basically she's on the waiting list to get a heart transplant, but she's all the way at the bottom due to the fact of her drug abuse. Yeah, drug abuse, smoking, alcohol, and likely sex, possibly sex. So yeah, so basically she meets a bunch of these kids. She meet kids, nurses, and doctors. Dina Jackson, who is apparently one of the strictest nurses in this facility. Dr. Adam McAndrews, who is the lead surgeon. Um, Emma Chota Emma Chota, who is an anorexic. Charlie Hutchinson, who is a kid in a coma, which I'm gonna get to him soon. He's a pretty interesting character, which is weird considering he's in a coma. Um, Brittany Dobler, who is this naive but a they describe her as naive and cheerful and ambitious, and she's a nurse. Um, Leo Roth, who's an amputee, and he suffered from osteosarcoma, I believe is how you say it, which is a type of cancer. Um, Dash Hosny, who suffers from cystic fibrosis, and Jordi Balacois, who has a similar, who's very similar to Lee Roth in the fact that they both have both have osteosarcoma. Basically, it's cancer in the leg cancer. They had to get their legs chopped off. So yeah, basically she meets all of them. Now Charlie, I think he's the most interesting character in my opinion from now, and it's pretty weird because he's in a coma. And that's the reason is because he narrates this whole thing. Basically, the way they describe it is that despite the fact that he's in a coma, he could hear everything. He could basically hear everything that's going on, and he narrates this whole thing. It's pretty cool. There's this one scene after Kara faints, the cheerleader after she faints, in the hospital. She meets Charlie in this small boundary between life and death, in this white room. It's pretty cool. And basically, I mean, he's like 10 years old, so he's like 10 years old, but he basically tells her, first off, get me some pizza because I want to remember how the smell of pizza is. Smoking is bad. Tell my dad that's not his fault and and stop being a bitch. He doesn't use those exact words, but you more or less get the point. So yeah, Then you also have a thing with yeah, you also get a small thing with Leo. Basically, he's the one who creates this red band society. Due to the fact that he's theoretically the healthiest one out of all of them. He creates the red band society, and basically, it's a small club to keep them all happy, I guess, in a sense. And yeah, I thought it was a pretty good episode. Pretty good beginning episode, pilot episode. I thought it was pretty good. It does have a bit of dark humor. It does have a bit of teenage drama. And it does have a bit of heart in it. I do have to say, especially with that kid in the coma, pretty cool. When they said that, when the kid narrates in the show, when he said that, and I'm the kid in the coma who's telling you, who's narrating this all right now, I was like, wait, what? That was literally my reaction. Like, wait, it kind of took me a couple seconds to actually process the fact that he's narrating. So I thought out of all the things in this episode, I think, or the show, because he also does it in a few other episodes from what I've seen, he does narrate the whole show. So I think that's pretty cool in my opinion. Maybe a bit morbid, maybe, but pretty cool. So yeah, it's basically the start of the Red Band Society, and yeah, and basically at the end of the episode, they have almost like a party, right before Jordy goes into surgery the next day, or in this case, the next episode, to get his leg cut off. So I thought that was pretty interesting, and yeah, and you do get some development out of the characters. Kara, she's by the end of the episode, she still is a bitch, but not as she's still a pretty big bitch, but a little less, if you know what I mean. And all the other characters, they're all pretty heartfelt. They're pretty likable. I think Kara's the only one that's somewhat unlikable, but you do relate to her in some weird aspect. I think especially if you're a girl, you could relate to her in some aspect due to the fact that that she does cheerleading and she does have her typical girl problems. So yeah, I do. I mean, oddly enough, you can still relate to her, and all the other characters are pretty relatable. Even ironically, the kid in the coma, because he said he likes pizza. That's pretty cool. I mean, we all love pizza. You know what I mean? Unless you have the lactose intolerant, but I feel bad for you. But for the most part, we all like pizza. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I mean, overall, it's a pretty good episode. Pretty heartfelt episode. The acting's pretty good. The writing's pretty good. Um, yeah, I just think that the one problem they had, I think the one problem was that there was this one section. I don't want to explain it, but it was kind of weird in my opinion. There's this one section that's kind of weird or kind of off. I don't know. I think it was the beginning. It was in the beginning. It was just kind of weird and kind of off. And what I do understand was like the introduction to the characters. When they're introducing all the characters, but I just thought it was kind of weird. It was kind of weird, and I think that's even after. I don't know if it's a good. I think it's a good type of weird, but it's still kind of weird. But it's still a pretty good episode. And start to a pretty good series because it is canceled after season one. So yeah, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the worst, 10 being the best, and 6 being decent, I give it an 8 out of 10. It's a pretty good episode. And yeah, that's basically it for this review. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I do movie reviews, TV show reviews, and comic book reviews. So yeah, every Thursday, I'm going to be reviewing, or try to review, Red Band Society. So yeah, that's basically it for now. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I do movie reviews, TV show reviews, and comic book reviews. Comment down below your thoughts on the episode. Please do not spoil anything that happens in the upcoming episodes. And yeah, that's basically it for now. Like the video, share on Facebook, Twitter, MySpace, or whatever you guys prefer. And that's basically it for now. This is Daniel Mart signing off.